guys, Lizardlea here. Please don't be mad at me. Please, please, please. I'm sorry. I know I'm doing Christmas ornaments. I'm only planning to do like 10 to 12. And like 3 of those are going to be the baby's first Christmas thing. So I'll probably condense that into just one video. I'm sorry. I had a couple coworkers that found out from other coworkers that I gave out ornaments last year, and they were like, "Can I have one?" And now I'm just like, crap. I have to give new people ones. All the people who've already got one, they're never getting one again. Otherwise, I'm going to be cross-stitching Christmas ornaments the full year, every year, and I just can't do that. I want to finish 4 Heavenly Beasts, which I have right here. See? Oh man, I'm gonna have to pause the 4 Heavenly Beasts videos so that I can start doing the Christmas ornaments, huh? Otherwise, there are gonna be a bunch of them in January. My bad. On the other hand, my nails look like candy canes and it's really cute. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm using the 101 Christmas Minis book again. Leisure Arts, book 2 by Holly Defount. So, this guy, Holly Defount. It's the same one I used last year, so if you need more information on it, you know, watch one of the like 50-something videos I did for 2020 that didn't finish until 2021. I'm good at this. Yeah, so my plan for these is just stitch whenever I have the time. So I'm planning to do the Gingerbread House today. I don't see it on the cover, so Gingerbread House. I'm doing all new ones, by the way, other than the baby's first Christmas. So if I don't finish today, I will work on it tomorrow, and I will still condense it into one video. So, you know, like if my shirt changes, whoops, I didn't finish it in one day. But by all of the videos from 2020, we know I can. All right? All right? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and work, like, even on the weekdays after I clock out and, you know, when there's sunlight for, like, an hour and a half, 2 hours after. Daylight savings is the worst. Okay, I'm gonna go stitch. I'm using 18 count fabric, the colors they tell me to use. Hopefully I have enough ribbon. I definitely have enough fabric. I bought a ton of fabric from Joann's. Hopefully I have enough ribbon, like that I did on the edges, the red and gold, because I don't know how much I have left. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, I know. You were expecting 4 Heavenly Beasts. I'm sorry. We will be back to that as soon as I finish these. And as of me recording this right now, I've already done 4 of them. So I'm flying through these, I promise. And I've already done 2 in one day, so that's just going to be a single video. And depending on how the others go, I might combine them anyways, even if they're not in the same day. So it's just, you know, it'll work out, I promise. Back to the weird questions, because David is, not feeling great, and his throat hurts, so he's not joining me. Number 5, what is the stupidest thing you ever did on a dare? See, like, my friends, like my friend group, we never really cared much about truth or dare. Like, it was never a big deal for us, and we never did anything insane. I can't think of a single time I actually played truth or dare, for real. I don't know. 6, what is the worst date you have ever been on? Honestly, I don't know if I can really say I've been on a bad date. Like, I hadn't really been on a date prior to DJ. Like, because I mean, going out with my friends, like, okay, so all of my previous boyfriends prior to him, I was really good friends with before we started dating. So they, those boyfriends were friends with my core group of friends. So when we started dating, didn't really change, Like, if we went out to the rec center after school every day, we continued to do that, and it didn't really change. So I don't, I don't know. And although the first date DJ and I went on started out badly, it went very well in the end. I would not categorize that as a bad date. So I don't know if I can really say I've been on, or if I have a worse date. Like, I guess it would be that first one because it did start badly, but I still don't think it was a bad date. It was a great date. 7. Who is the most embarrassing person you had a crush on? I mean, once upon a time I had a crush on Aaron Carter, and he seems to be a disaster right now. But I mean, I've been a disaster before, so who am I to judge? But, back then, he was young, I was young. He'd done, what was it? Aaron's Party, Come Get It, and then he did Aaron O'Aaron, and then Another Earthquake. Like, I think it was shortly after Another Earthquake that he kind of became, a little of the bad boy type, I guess you could say. I don't know. But I'm not embarrassed about that. Yeah, I had a crush on him. He was gorgeous. I like blondes, okay? And he could sing, so that's great. Otherwise, I don't remember ever being embarrassed about any of the guys I had a crush on in school. Like, I know there have been people in the past who've told me, like, oh, I don't think your boyfriend's attractive. And I'm just like, yeah, that's fine by me. I don't want you to be attracted to my boyfriend. That'd be weird. So, that was never an embarrassment for me. I remember a couple girls who said that, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, no, that's good. And they'd, like, think I was crazy. And I'm just like, dude, are you stupid? Like, why would I want you to be into my boyfriend? That I don't want to be cheated on. So why have that as a potential outcome, But what do I know? 8. What is your idea of the perfect day? A Saturday, so there's no work. I wake up, I cross-stitch. David comes out here eventually. He watches his thing, I watch my thing, I finish cross-stitching, and then we watch a movie or play a game or something. Sounds like a great day. 9. If you could swap lives with one of your friends, who would it be? No, I don't want to swap lives with anybody. I'm good. 10. Who knows the most secrets about you? I mean, besides me? Yeah, probably DJ. I tell him a lot, because, I mean, he is one of my best friends, And I live with him. And I've lived with him since before COVID, during COVID, and hopefully after COVID. So, we spend too much time together, according to some people. 11. What are your must-have qualities in a best friend? Friendly. Loving. Caring. I feel like these are all kind of in the same quadrant, but still. Honestly, I think that's it. Like, that's the most important to me. Like, I mean, you know, I'd love it if they were also into, like, D&D or these other games that I play so that we could play those games together and have fun, but if they're not, that's fine. Like, we can sit and talk for hours. That's also great quality time, in my opinion. So, yeah, just kind. And that is the number one word most people use to describe my best friend Holka. So it's great. 12. If you had to get a tattoo today, what would you get? Probably a small dragon. Or, as I've probably mentioned before, cross stitches on this scar on my elbow and a needle stitching them. That'd be great. 13. If you could have free meals for life at one fast food chain, which one would you choose? Oh, God. I need to pick one that isn't going to make me fat. I really love In-N-Out. It's going to definitely make me fat, though. I love Cinnabon. Again, gonna make me fat. I like McDonald's. It's not my favorite, but I like it. Arby's is really good. You know, I think I'm gonna go with Arby's. Arby's is really good. And I remember Arby's, not in Europe, or at least it didn't used to be. So anytime we were stationed over there and my dad had to come back to the US, he would bring, like a box full of frozen Arby's burgers, and we would put them in the freezer, and we'd have like one a day until they were gone. And we were always really upset when we had our last one because it's so good. And it sounds really stupid, but that was a great memory for me. It was always just when Dad got there and brought Arby's, it was like, yes, this is going to be delicious. The next 2 weeks are going to be great. 14. What is the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done? Told embarrassing stories about me? I know there have been a couple times when my dad starts telling embarrassing stories from when I was, like elementary school in front of DJ, and I'm just like, oh my God, no, stop talking. Like, the ones I'm willing to tell him, he already knows. And the other ones that are, like, really embarrassing, like, no one needs to know those things. That's just, let that just go. Gosh. 15. What is a lie or exaggeration you said to impress a crush? I don't really like to lie. I don't do it to impress people. The only time I lie is if, like, I've asked someone what they've said, like, 3 or 4 times, and they refuse to speak up or get closer or speak more clearly. I'll just, nod my head like I know what they're saying and just go along with it, whatever. There have been a couple times, like, I specifically remember in chemistry, the teacher came over and I asked her a question about the work, and she just re-said exactly what she said during the lesson. And I was like, I didn't understand it when you said it then, and you think saying it the exact same way now is going to make me understand it. And it was in that moment that I realized, like, I'm not going to learn anything from this teacher. I need to learn from the book, because no. And so I just pretended to understand. And then she's like, okay, so what's the answer? And I was like, I don't know. You just explained it the same way to me twice, so I still don't get it. And, like, she got really frustrated and upset with me and, like, stormed off. And I just remember thinking, like, really? And that was not very early into the year. That was at least the second quarter or later. Because I didn't have a lot of questions. Because for the most part, it clicked pretty well for me. It was a lot of math and equations and stuff, so it wasn't that bad, but I was so annoyed with her for that, because I just, you think explaining it the exact same way a second time is going to make it make sense? That doesn't make sense. And I was not a teacher. I'm still not a teacher. But even I know that. So yeah, I don't like to lie. I like to be very upfront about who I am, especially to someone I have a crush on, because it's like, if I put on a ton of makeup and then we start dating and they realize I don't like makeup, you know, what if they're only into me because I look pretty with makeup on? Like, it's gonna be horrible, you know? So, no. And then, the last crush I had was DJ, so I genuinely never got a lot of crushes. Like, being good looking was obviously always a good start, but I had to genuinely like someone to get a crush on them, because just looks was never enough for me. As self-centered as that sounds, I also needed somebody who, you know, like, was nice and kind to me, someone who I thought was funny and who I thought was smart, and yeah. 16. What is the silliest you have ever felt? Oh, anytime I'm hanging out with my family and we start just going on and on, whether it's about the past or just current stuff, I always feel like such a goofball. But, you know, like, I can be myself, and I know they're not going to judge me. Yeah, oh yeah, they're going to laugh at me and they're going to tease me, but they're not actually going to judge me for it. Like, I feel like there's a distinct difference between when someone is laughing with you and when someone is laughing at you. And my family is very open. Like, if we're just teasing you and having fun, we're smiling, we're laughing. But, like, if we're genuinely, like, talking smack about somebody, we're not smiling, we're not laughing, we're not giggling, we're being very deadpan. And so the deadpan delivery can be difficult for me if somebody's, like, making fun of me, because I'm just like, oh, they mean it. You know, like, they are being mean. So even if I know, like, that is that person's sense of humor, that's what I grew up with, you know, is like, deadpan is serious. So that's always difficult, and I don't feel silly in those moments. I feel like an idiot, and then I feel bad, and, you know, nobody likes to feel like that. 17. When was the last time you laughed so hard that you cried? Yesterday? The day before? I remember David and I were talking about something, and he had me laughing. I was, like, rolling around in the bed. It was so funny. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was laughing so hard. It was great. He's hilarious. 18. What does your mother yell at you when she's angry? Anybody calls me Elizabeth when they're angry. She's, Elizabeth! I have a very bad connotation with that specific, intonation of my name? Not Elizabeth. Elizabeth! You know, like, if you really say the vowels in my name, that makes me nervous. 19. What is a telltale sign that you are upset? If I'm not smiling and giggling, if I get quiet, especially out of nowhere, yeah, I feel like that actually gets the nail on the head pretty well. 20. What is your nickname? Liz. Lizard, I've gotten. One of my uncles calls me Blizzard. Lizzie. Lizzie's probably my favorite one. Aunt Lizzie. I really like that one. 21. What is the wackiest thing you ever did to help a friend? Wackiest thing. I have no idea. I remember talking about it not too long ago. So when I did my Aztec year-long project, my best friend Amy, you know, obviously she had done hers too. I helped her with hers. So she helped with mine. You know, we videoed it, and it's on a VHS tape somewhere. We videoed hers, and At one point, my character was supposed to walk off and kind of just like giggle. And I started laughing very maniacally. And then I started pretending I was choking and coughing. I remember that one got a lot of laughs. It was pretty wacky. It was great. It was nice. 22. And now I'm yawning. That was not the question. What fictional character would you most like to be friends with? Can I be friends with Ash Ketchum, and then all of the Pokemon he, like, doesn't want anymore can just be mine? Okay. Actually be friends with. I love Sailor Moon. Being friends with Usagi would be great, because she's just so kind and loving. And she's a superhero, so that's pretty cool. Who else? Fictional character. Dresden, Harry Dresden from the book series. He's a fictional character. For some reason, my mind immediately went to TV shows and not books, but being friends with Harry Dresden would be cool. He's a wizard. That'd be awesome. Yeah, we'll go with them. 23. What is your favorite topic to talk about? Oh, man, you guys. Couldn't be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. No way. I also do love talking about D&D, though. That's great. So much fun. And anime in general. Manga. TV shows. Movies. You know, all the stuff I talk about on here. 24. What is your preferred method of communication? Okay, so when it comes to, like, friends and loved ones, I like in-person and text messages. I'm not a huge fan of talking on the phone. I don't have great hearing, and so I know how frustrating it is to have somebody just be like, what? Can you repeat that? What? Can you repeat that? You know, like, you're trying to get something across, and they're not getting it. I know it's frustrating, but, like, if I can't hear you, I don't like pretending that I can. Especially if it's, you know, if it's David. I want to know what my handsome man is saying to me. I don't want to be confused, and later he's like, oh, I told you, and I'll be like, wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah, I couldn't hear that, but okay. With work, I generally prefer emails over anything. Like, even if I were back in the office, I'd still prefer emails, just because it's very distracting when somebody wants a Zoom call out of nowhere, or they, you know, Slack me and I'm in the middle of a project, because it's just like, at least with my current job, there's an expectation that you respond within a certain amount of time for Slack messages, and you respond within a certain amount of time for emails. And there are a few things I do that are generally time sensitive, you know, like especially around month end. It's expected that I finish this within, you know, 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, you know, before end of day today. And when I have a bunch of people slacking me and asking me questions and, you know, wanting to do other things, I'm just like, I want to finish my project, please. Like, and then I know that I do the same thing where I ask someone a question, and okay, it's never happened when I ask the question. It's always afterwards. You know, like, I send them the question, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I could look that up by doing this. I know there are times when people ask me questions, and I'm like, why don't you just look that up yourself? You know, like, you would already have the answer by the time I have read your question if you just looked it up yourself. But, yeah, I'm also guilty of being lazy. You know, if you know someone already knows the answer, why go searching for it? I get it. But, yeah, I feel like emails are just less distracting, and it's very clear. You know, like, you can't edit an email after it's been sent. You can respond to it and say, oh, hey, sorry, I should have said this instead. But, yeah. I don't know. Although, like, when I was working retail, I would have preferred just face-to-face. Like, just pull me into the office, say what you gotta say. Because, leaving like nasty messages in a break room or something. That's not cool in my book. And then getting text messages at work, it was like, I don't want to pull my phone out more than I have to. So, yeah, I guess it just depends on the environment. In an office workplace, I like emails. Because I can put them in folders and I can, snooze them for later if necessary. So, yeah. 25, where is your happy place? Right here. At my desk, where I can cross-stitch. Or in the bedroom where DJ is. Or on the couch, watching a movie with DJ. Pretty much just here. I'm also happy in the kitchen, usually. Not because I'm cooking, because I'm eating. Or at least getting food. 26, where is your secret hideout? I don't have one. Yeah. 27, what would your dream house look like? Honestly, I don't really have much of a preference. I don't want a huge house. Like, ideally, I want one that is cleanable by a single individual. I don't want to have a mansion, for instance, because that's just ridiculously big. I mean, unless one of us becomes a billionaire and we can afford people to come in and clean our house for us. Numerous people to come in and clean our mansion, because there's no way one person will be able to clean a mansion. Just enough that we have space for all of our stuff. I have all of my dragons on display. David has all of his books on display. We've got things on the walls. So hallways. We need more hallways, basically. 28. Which family member are you closest to? Either my mom or my sister? Yeah. I don't know anymore. I'm not sure. 29. What is a habit you picked up from your parents? Waking up bright and early every day, even on weekends. I've had so many people tell me that, like, I'm possessed or something because I choose to wake up at 6 on the weekends. But, like, I don't complain about being tired nearly as much as all of these other people who sleep in on the weekends. Interesting, that. 30. What is the meanest thing you ever did to a sibling or that a sibling did to you? I don't want to dwell on those things. I get along with my siblings now. We're good. We're moving on. 31. What was your best birthday ever? My best birthday ever. I don't know. The celebration for my most recent birthday was really great because I spent it with my family, and we did a little murder mystery. We had really good food. Oh my god, my sister made breakfast foods at my request. It was all delicious. She made a dirt cake at my request, and it was freaking delicious. Like, I wanted to just eat the whole thing then and there, and then I was like, no, I'm on a diet. I shouldn't do that. It is very not good for you, but it is so good. It was so good. Oh my god. And then I played a bunch of games with my niece and nephew. It's super fun. Like, it was, you know what? Yeah, I am gonna go with this one. Just because it wasn't the day of my birthday, I don't think it matters. That was us celebrating my birthday, and it was super fun. I loved it. 32. What is your most treasured possession? The Pokemon cross-stitch. I feel like we've established this many times over. 33. What 3 words best describe me? Cross-stitcher. And I put a dash in between cross and stitch, so that counts as 1 word. Talkative. Or maybe, no, I'll do friendly, because I'm not always talkative, but I'm almost always friendly, I think. And loud. I think that works.
And that is the end of the Gingerbread House from Christmas Ornaments 2021. I got 3 hours and 55 minutes of footage. There it is. I feel like it's very jarring when you go from the white outline to the black and dark brown outline, but I didn't make the pattern, I just follow it. It's cute though. Like, I mean, you can immediately tell it's a gingerbread house, so. I am going to go see my family to celebrate my birthday, so I'm not going to be cross-stitching anymore today, but that's okay. I'll be cross-stitching more tomorrow. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next video. I just remembered, in case anybody wants to see, this is what my guns look like now. Like, look at that. All of that. It's pink now instead of like bloody red. It's amazing. Also, I can really feel it now. I didn't realize I couldn't really feel my gums before, or at least not to this extent. It's crazy. And the roof of my mouth is still healing. Let's see. Ah, that's where they got the tissue for my gums from. It's time for me to leave now. I'm going.